behind in a rough matchup early, and then Lucian has control of bottom side, and Akali ends up coming either online never through the middle or later parts of the game, or you see that one time where Akali threatens the Lucian because he's trying to step forward to look for that pick onto the enemy support. This case, it's Yuumi, so very difficult to pick. Akali, not a mid-champion that Lucian's going to be looking for, even if he has that Gale Force advantage, because he could be killed in that 1v1 if he steps too far forward. So I like this call for Chovy, because we all know he's capable at being the Akali who can handle the early to mid-game very well, and then could be one of those answers to Lucian when Lucian's...
And here we are, once again. You'll note that we have change sides, because DRX did select blue side. Not something you see every time, but if you lost on red, why not try to give it a chance on the other side?
The Moss Stomper not taken for Peanut in this matchup. Just going to be looking for longer engage out of brush, the extra speed boost to travel around the map faster as well.
Gust Walker.
Gust Walker.
Should have been called Ghost Runner. I mean, you're running out of the bush.
And that's all you can ask for sometimes in this lane. You're like, yeah, I'll take that back, and I'll sit 10 CS down, and that's just how it's going to be. As with that vision, speaking of, that they didn't have, Peanut's actually just going to straight up sneak this one.
Delight's doing a pretty good job of actually pulling this wave. It's going to put it in a really nice spot here and keep a lot of that CS alive and not allow it to crash from the turret. Very nicely done. And as you mentioned, Peanut, the ice, just going to get this early Cloud Drake pretty much for free. It is on the back of DRX's bottom lane, so have that information to just say, okay, well, the bottom lane isn't here, so they can't challenge me on this one.
They're looking to grab this Herald with the push Doran had here.
Kroko level 6 now could really force this one on this Rift Herald as it is coming in. We're going to have a traditional LCK 5v5 on the Rift Herald at 8 minutes. What is going on? As neither team wants to give this one up. DRX say we have enough early pressure. We should be able to challenge it. It's getting pretty low as the Cyclone does come in, gets some really nice value onto the front line onto Rascal. And the final chapter hits the entirety of the choke point, so everybody gets rooted up and has to get out. And Chovy will just pick up a bonus kill. Make it 2! As Chovy is fed at 9 minutes into the game, and Gen.G got the first Rift Herald after DRX committed to it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is looking rough. I don't want to call it
which is a big problem here for DRX.
And they're looking to get their third of the game. You know, with this second Drake coming up here in 50 seconds, they're going to drop this Herald bottom side. It's a Zeri getting plates on Illusion. Opposite day today here at the LCK. As FaZe is going to be like, thank you for the cash money. And Delight will pick up some of that too. And now they're in prime position here to set up for this Drake fight. Neither top laner has TP, so it's going to be a 4v4 if DRX commit to the fight, but as we saw in the last Rift Herald fight, I wouldn't advise it because they don't have positional advantage here, and Lucian doesn't have Gale Force.
Fade going in, stolen Akali ultimate. He had Kroko nearby. Feels a little bit early, but maybe trying to bait out the play, but Chovy reads it perfectly. He is not going to get baited into this fight. You know, you can bait out the Shroud and then maybe the Sejuani follows up. Kroko just got his ultimate, but nope, Chovy says, I know exactly what's happening.
This would have felt a lot better if Chovy's TP wasn't coming back up here too. He can actually get a free back off right now.
Culling, pretty good value, puts FaZe in an awkward spot. He is going to have to heal. Tidal Wave, be a little bit desperate, but it will at least force the flash, so that is going to be nice. As meanwhile, Peanut getting in there onto the Silas bait as well. And so, definitely a little bit of what we see here at the beginning of spring, as always. Kroko trying to find his spot as the enemy jungler is here. Peanut ready with the Cyclone as in they go. Doran trying to make something of this. He's getting pretty low though, but still not enough damage here until Duckdom gets here, tries to fight it back. As the culling does come out, he will pick up the 1 kill, and in fact this rotation will net DRX a couple of kills. Yeah, Duckdom and Barrel make their way to the top lane.
Really good rotation from Duckdom and Barrel. Without them there, this ends up being disastrous because Sejuani doesn't have her Mythic just yet. Peanut's sitting on his first item. You have Doran, who's just so tanky at this point in time that when he ults, he does a ton of damage in this skirmish, and it looked like Gen.G walk away with a huge win here until unbeknownst to us, with hidden vision-wise, Duck Time and Barrel rotate up. Now, Chovy instantly goes bottom lane here and grabs a turret. So, yes, it is going to be a trade-up macro-wise here in terms of the PS up on the Lucian. That just has not happened so far in the LCK, and this has been something that we've talked about a little bit here, but the game hasn't felt like it's been about this area yet. But let me tell you, folks, it's about to be, and that's the problem here is that DRX don't have the same sort of scaling aspect of this composition. They have some side laning as Rascal. Oh, 50-50 goes.
Still has Hextech Ultimatum. I think Jovi's kind of not in a great spot. He's going to ult over, but Rascal's got another hook shot, and there's the ultimatum. Should be a... Oh, nice timing on that one, but the bubble is going to kill him. That's actually pretty unfortunate for DRX, but at least they do shut down Chovy.
I think you could almost read Barrel saying sorry about that one there, but trying to help secure that kill. Still 2 turrets for this play. One in mid and an inner on the bottom side here as Peanut commits with Doran. So get gold where you can get it, DRX, but Gen.G are out-trading you on the map, macro-wise.
Oh, Pei's just going to ult here. He's just going to be able to dodge everything. He's got a Yuumi on his back, too. He's kiting this out perfectly. Even a Silas is here. I mean, God, they brought the whole cavalry with them, so Pei's is like, all right, fine. I guess I won't continue on this, but handled it very well at the initial outset of that fight.
It's Mountain Soul for Azeri, you know, feels okay, right, in terms of what it's going to offer. A little bit of extra survivability here, but Gen.G is going to take it for free after grabbing 2 turrets, one of them an inner, as Zeri 1v4 is in the mid lane. There's not a lot of good news. And this is...
And Doran's really going to enjoy this Mountain Drake at least, as we are getting in onto that backline. Cyclone going to hit both of them. Barrel's Tidal Wave might be able to help this. Really huge bubble at least gets the both of them as Chovy still under the Shroud, and Peanut, he is quite tanky at least, but he finally does go down. Pace here over the wall. He's got the Yuumi with him, and Chovy as a front line, and DRX once again just kind of left running away with their tail between their legs. Not much they could do in this fight as Pace is over the wall. And the stun is not going to land here from Fate as he has to flash, and he is not getting away. Pace will pick up the double, I believe, at the end of this one. Nope, it's a triple.
Triple.
4-0 and 2 for the Zeri.
Oh, baby, the triple. Bronco sitting on
the
camera. Yeah, Kronko's sitting over there, you know, clapping his hands, saying, that's my boy. I know it for sure. And I think in this game, we've seen a different type of skill expression than we saw in the last, right? And this is Paze's 3rd game on the champion, right? And obviously the first 2 he's playing against Gumacaria. It was not the Lucian lane that he's facing this time around, where he was able to, with Peanut's help, deal with the pressure extremely well. And in game 1, he played Jhin. He was a utility pick with the lethality build he chose, just helped do some extra damage from afar. Now he's really showcasing his skill, his positioning, push in the jungle, take what we want.
Chovy incredibly fit at this point, even has a stopwatch if he needed to buy time. I don't think he really needs to buy time.
Nope.
Looks like Rascal needed to buy a bit as everybody was coming up, or down rather, to the bottom lane. Pace can just face check this.
I mean, he literally could just run at them.
Yep, bubble not going to land. He's too fast. He's power gliding, you know. He's getting in there. With Croco and Duck Dom. Once again, we've seen this a lot. Just kind of running away.
I mean, he hasn't used heal yet.
Okay, charge not going to hit. Pace just dodging everything. The movement extremely clean. Really showing off the confidence here from ahead. Great to see from this young player as double kill will go over to Peanut. And this one has... You know, I'm about to ask Atlas to just get his saxophone out and start playing music because this is...
For a tough first series.
All right, is this the moment? No. Looks like a no. Maybe they thought that Doran wasn't there, but even just Paze and Delight themselves, I mean, they have barrier and exhaust and heal still, so...
Quick Blades.
Very desperate.
Yeah, Quick Blades ready for Paze now. He has hit the new 3-item Zeri spike. I mean, it feels so hopeless, this fight. Rascal's like, oh, I got to get out of here. Doran's like, I'm sorry, I'm Cassante. Like, you thought you could maybe kill our Zeri, but you didn't even get close, and now
you don't
you're
get to move for 5 seconds now because I'm Cassante. Yeah. Fun stuff.
Super hard and slowed down his Rod of Ages progress and stuff like that. But I think this game has been defined by Pace's positioning and his aggression, and You know, once he got ahead, he took the lead he was given and has just ended the game with it. That's my vote. That's my reasoning. I'm giving it to FaZe.
I'll give you my backing, my support,
Thanks.
even though it means
It means a lot to me, okay?
Not in terms of the vote, but, you know, at least it means something to someone.
Remember the first season I casted LCK where I read something down, you like grabbed the pen and like, We've come a long way, Valdez.
Times have changed. And Duckdom, yeah, he's able to get into the back line here. They're just trying to fight front to back for what feels like the first time in this game, to be honest. Has been a lot of messy fighting here from DRX. They still have a lot of work to do in this split. And Chovy, he's just putting on the show for everybody here. He's not Showmaker, but he is Chovy, and he's putting on a show here for the fans. As Gen.G are looking to take this one down from 10,000 gold ahead. Just 2 members left alive, and Fate not even able to kill much except for the Cassante.
Give him another one!
Well,
706.
7-0. Rascal's still alive. Perhaps not for long.
Perhaps not for long. I think it's, well,
He's fine.
he's okay, but the Nexus is not, sadly. I believe FaZe's KDA was 705 in the last series, or last game, rather.
Wow, they're actually going to back away. Peanut dies to the turret.
Okay. All right.
What a weird ending
I mean,
to this one.
it is, believe it or not, like, Soul was taken pre-25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Peanut had an early sneak of the first Drake, and they got all of them. And the respawn timers at this stage are still fairly low. And this is a more extended trade, so they can survive here. But normally, I would not recommend standing this close to a Camille composition as the Zeri that has a Sejuani, etc. But FaZe, in this case, just doesn't care. He's got a cat on his shoulder. And he's just going to run forward here and chip away. Doran to back him up. Chovy here just saying, oh, health bars are low. Thank you very much.
Yeah, excellently done. Doran is caught, and it takes about 7,000 million bajillion years to take down this Cassante. But they do get there. There's a lot of years that happen really quickly. It's really funny.
We're in a new millennia now.
Insane. I don't even know where we are. FaZe, though, is going to be able to get the follow-up, and this is the problem. You spend everything on the tank when you are far behind. A little bit of desperation, but what can you do?
Chovy is like really making a case for him to get POG though. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's really making a case, okay? Saturday Showdown, let's just say.
Oh boy. Peanut is just getting in there, and now he's got the cat, so he is invulnerable, actually. That's the way it works. Cats do offer that.
Not been kind, have they, to the losing side?
Yeah. I mean, our good teams are really incredible. And a lot of the good teams in the LCK right now have kind of stuck together. You know, like a big core of them have stuck together. So they're here in the beginning of spring, and they're just so hungry for any action. They're like, okay, we want to get back on the Rift and prove that we are the best. Yeah. Whereas some of the other teams are like, I'm just like trying to figure out how to walk still.
Yeah, it does feel that way. And
it's like, I'm going to murder you.
It did feel that way for Gen.G against one of those teams you mentioned, T1, but not so much against DRX right now. The revenge is going to succeed, at least in this best of 3.
Chovy just running circles around Fate in this one, as he is able to do so in the final fight as well. Fate may survive, but only in terms of the Rift, as they're all actually healing up. They are going to go for the re-engage. Not looking too bad for DRX, but maybe just a little bit. Okay, Doran. He is just going to go into the fountain. Does not matter. Pays. Looking for a little bit of penta action, and the minions said no. They're going to put an end to that nonsense, as Gen.G will stomp in the first series here. The Saturday Showdown, the first one, they showed a lot and put DRX down.
DRX come into this season as defending world champions, but Barrel holds the LCK logo at the opening. He's the last DRX member left and the last DRX member on stage here as